Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. Today we have my review for the first and original Paranormal Activity film. And I can't lie, I was actually pleasantly surprised by this film. I'm a big fan of the original Blair Witch Project and even the 2016 sequel. I haven't seen that other sequel in between them, probably never will. But obviously the Blair Witch Project brought a whole new aspect to horror, with the found footage, kind of, maybe even subgenre. And I was pretty much expecting this to be a B-Tech version of that, but I was wrong. Obviously it is inspired by the Blair Witch Project, I really feel like that. It's very much its own film at the same time, and it was pretty great, if I'm honest, and I was very pleasantly surprised. But I am going to start with my flaws just to get them out of the way, and then I can talk about the rest of the film, which I did really enjoy. So, despite it being intentional, I think, even though I don't know why they do this intentionally for one of the main characters, Mika is one of the biggest idiots I've ever seen in a film. I mean, I don't know why they made him like this, because it does seem intentional, and at the start of the film it's alright, because in all of these films you always have a skeptic, and that's fine, because, well, that's just realistic, but he just does more stupid stuff throughout the film, and it makes him really unlikable, or at least I found him really unlikable. And he's the one operating the camera, he's the secondary, or maybe even main character, depends on which way you look at it. And I just, I wanted the demon to get him, if I'm honest. He was just pissing me off. He was just a bit of a prick, and it really made me feel like he didn't care about his relationship with Katie, because it's very clear that she's in extreme distress through a lot of this film. There are also some points where it kind of feels like nothing's happening, just some pointless stuff, just nothing's really going on, the plot isn't moving, the characters aren't getting any more backstory or development. I also felt like it took way too long for Katie to ring the demon doctor person. I know that they were hesitant and that was fine, but it took a whole 2 weeks, which I found ridiculous. With that said, I overall really enjoyed this film. Like I said, a pleasant surprise, and I found Katie to be a really compelling and well-rounded character. I find her really just likable and an interesting person. She's quite she's very realistic, I find, for just someone in general, as well as someone in the situation that she's in, where she is being haunted and has been since the age of 8, I believe it was. And one of the strongest points, which I'm sure most people who've seen this film will agree with, it does feel very real. That's one of the best things about both Blair Witch films as well. They do feel very real, and I don't know if it's just found footage for me, but I find them all the ones I've seen, quite scary. And I think that's to do with how real it feels. It just has a much more real sense, and the acting, so the performances, and just the relationship between Micah and Katie, despite Micah being a prick towards the later half of the film, I found it very realistic, and that definitely helped boost the film up. There are also some genuine scary parts of this film, like that made me jump and just made me kind of, it's made the hairs stand up on the back of my neck, especially towards the end of the second half. There is some tremendously scary stuff there. At the end of the film, the last kind of segment, where Katie stands above Mika for hours, and then she walks downstairs, and then you hear that gut-wrenching scream. That I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all. It was horrifying. Which was a great performance from the actress. I apologise, I do not remember her name. But absolutely incredible performance from her. It was really scary when things start to kick off, like the more activity that starts going on, such as pulling Katie out of bed, or even just touching her foot or smashing the picture. It's not fun. But this film really makes me feel like this could be happening, and really makes me feel that this is happening to a real couple. Which is a real testament to the whole filmmaking crew here. But it is really great, and it's really hard to watch at points due to the performances. You can tell how much distress they're in, and you feel so bad for them, or I did anyway. So as you can tell, I am a pretty big fan of this film. I want to get it on Blu-ray as soon as I can because I really want to see the behind the scenes of this film. I'm very interested. But really scary, actually. Mostly good characters, very realistic, but not perfect by any means. I give this film a 7 out of 10. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know in the comments below what you thought of the first Paranormal Activity film. I do want to watch the others. I think the second and third one are prequels from my knowledge, although I'm not entirely sure, but I'll still watch them all in order of release anyway. Don't know when, but yeah. I have a review for the film Crawl coming out soon. I watched that just last night actually, at least at the time of recording, and the Marvel Netflix tier list that I promised in the last video. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you're doing well. Take care, and I will see you in the next one, and have a great day.